Hi everybody, he is Krystian from TeamworkCast.
And this is Bandit Keith, also known as Putty.
And this is Putty vs. Superman. This is the 20th of March, Netrunner TeamworkCast. Hiveworld Cologne, Store Championship. And it is the first round, second game. On the left we have the Daniel, and he's playing the Blue Suns. And he can do a lot of things, like getting cards back on hand and getting the credits back for those cards. And
Let's be fair here. This is the asshole identity.
Daniel is not an asshole.
He's not an asshole,
He's
but it's an asshole
nice
identity.
Guy to play against. And also,
we all like to play as assholes sometimes.
And
it's okay.
I have to say, I'm also playing the asshole identity. I'm playing Maxx. I'm playing the flip of finger, punk rock, Avril Lavigne kind of girl. hey, do you want to be my boyfriend?
Should rename yourself into what was the villain? Is it Dr. Gone in the Maxx?
Please don't look it up right now.
Mr. Gone.
Anyway, so this is going to be a fast and furious game because there's going to be some hilarious things that's going to be happening in a second now.
I really like that your sleeves are dude basically pooping while hacking on the toilet.
Yeah, that's totally something that Maxx would do.
Yeah.
I know he's pooping. He doesn't have his pants are not down. He's just sitting on a toilet.
Well, it's just a motor response. He's coming down from his heroin addiction, and it's just shitting his pants while hacking. It's giving him power.
And afterwards, he will dive in the toilet, like in Trainspotting.
Yes. Because he had a bag stuffed up there.
Yeah.
He's got to go get it back.
And retrieve it, bro.
Okay, we've gone into a visceral sort of
Anyways, we see two installs, I guess at least one install by Daniel. Oh, two installs indeed, so HQ and R&D are protected, but this is not a difficulty for Maxx. I'm doing a maximum punk rod, discarding two cards, drawing a third one. Let's see what happens. Discarded some really nice economy cards here.
No kidding. Hello, day job and shirt.
Whatever, let's face check right into that HQ. That is an ice wall, that won't stop me. Let's face check right into the R&D now. No res. That is, I think that was a granular refinery. Yeah. Keyhole!
Nice.
Flask click the keyhole run.
Woo!
So he wasn't able to rest the ice. I'm assuming he doesn't have the money. It's just too expensive of an ice. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to do some damage. I'm going to see three cards from the top, and I can trash one of those. And the card I'm going to trash is the government takeover, ladies and gentlemen! Yeah!
What in the world does he have that deck or that card in that deck for? Oh,
it is
God.
6 points worth of agendas in the archives right now. I don't have any click anymore to retrieve it. And so this is going to be funny now.
Praying for Jackson.
He has to shuffle his deck. I hope he will draw Jackson or maybe an ice, because otherwise that government takeover will be mine. Of course, there is those things where people play punitive counter-strikes with government takeover.
Yeah.
That's a thing that can happen.
But you are playing an Anarch in a world after... I've had worse. So
see,
who even cares?
That doesn't matter. If he does 6 net meat damage, it doesn't matter if I had worse on my hand. My hand gets wiped out and I'm dead in one hit.
Ah.
I had worse things won't trigger. Oh, he gets back the ice wall and puts it in front of the archives.
Oh my God.
Or maybe it's not an ice wall. Maybe it's a different kind of ice. We don't know. He keeps drawing those cards. He wants to set up those defenses. He's really struggling here because if I score the 6-point agenda, I'm basically done. This is a really bad start for Daniel. And one of the reasons why government takeover is such a risky agenda to play. Oh, I think Daniel has the second ice. Oh, yeah, maybe.
This is... Oh my God!
An upgrade on the HQ, I think it is. No, an R&D.
Yeah, an R&D.
On R&D, and I'm doing the punk rock thing, discarding 2 cards, drawing a card, and then I'm doing a keyhole run. I'm continuing the keyhole for now. He reses the Krystian grid, so the keyhole doesn't trigger anymore. I just see a card. Wait a minute, I should have seen the card, I think. No, it just doesn't do anything. Anyways, and running on archives, there is an ice wall. And running on his hand because it's super exposed right now.
Still relying on the die.
Oh man, scoring a 3-point agenda! So now the punitive counter-strike. I mean, if he has a punitive counter-strike, that's going to be bad. Now for me, but now I can score the government takeover and wrap up this game if I only get past this stupid ice wall.
I'm glad Armitage code busting has made its way back.
Yes. Something I learned from Falco. Falco was running this instead of the Liberate accounts, and I think that's a good choice here because you often down to 0 credits.
Choice. I've often wondered why it disappeared. People just stopped playing it, but it was always weird.
It's a sliver of the magnum opus.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to buy the entire cake. You just want to buy a sliver of the cake. Anyway, so we see a res here, and that is... Ooh, what is that? Can you recognize this, Nick? It's one of the space ice.
It's one of the asteroid ice, isn't it? Is that Orion?
No, I don't think it's Orion. Let me...
Yeah, I think it's Orion.
It was,
no, it's not Orion.
It was Oversight AI, so it was res without any credits. It's not Asteroid Belt. I think it's Nebula. No, it's not Nebula either.
It's one of them there.
Them
ice.
It's Wormhole.
Yeah.
It looks
it's
like
the 9-cost wormhole.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it is a 9, a strength 7 code gate, and that can trigger the ability of the ice wall here. Running on his hand because it is so exposed. So he has a Mushino Shin, interestingly. When that deck looks funky. And another Mushino Shin, whatevs.
Or the same Mushino Shin, who knows?
Who knows?
I cannot believe he has not gone digging for a Jackson.
He's really struggling right now. I mean, this is a really tricky situation for him. He's leaking agendas. He's about to lose the game. He really tries to do anything he can to stop me. That ice wall is really a thin
fragile.
veil.
Yeah.
Super fragile. I think he really needs some better defenses. And I think the reason why he got back his wormhole is that he wants to put it also on archives to buy him some time. He does have some money right now, so that's really great.
But the problem is in order for him to make this viable, I think he would have to install an advance and then install an ice in front of R&D. He's just so exposed right now.
Yeah, he's like a nerf.
This is where I think Blue Sun is sort of working against him.
Yeah, like Blue Sun is too slow, I think, for this right now. They often struggle with establishing defenses. Because they run all those heavy ice. I mean, Ice Wall is good. Ice Wall did a good job. But, yeah, he really needs... all those heavy ice is really difficult to rest early on. So we'll install in front of R&D and install in front of the archives. I know that I'm assuming that one of the ice is actually the wormhole.
Mm-hmm.
So, And he only has 10 credits. So doing the maximum punk rock. Of course, I'm always, as Max, I'm the opposite. I'm super aggressive early on. I get all the cards so early on. I can get all the credits through my Armitage code busting here. I'm clicking for credits. Second click. I'm sure gambling. I'm needing all the credits for the attack I need to mount against this 6-point agenda.
It's just so, of all of the cards to get at the beginning of the game.
Oh! That is the David. The David will nullify a strong ice like the wormhole is. Yeah. But I still don't seem to have a solution for the ice wall, and so I run on the
another
R&D,
ice wall.
But that is another ice wall. Ooh!
Look how powerful this ice is.
Yeah, it's funny that the ice wall is the thing that is powerful right now. I expect him, but for me that's very important information. I know now where the wormhole is. I'm expecting it on the archives, and he just has enough credits to res it. But I have the perfect defense against this. I have the David who can break as ice one subroutine with a token. He can break one subroutine of an ice that is stronger than 5 or equal strength than 5. Meanwhile, Daniel stabilizes here with a restructure here, at least financially.
Oh, he's getting some money? Wait. Oh, yeah, he can do that.
HQ is still wide open. So I guess he needs to plug that hole. Oh, no, he opens a server. He opens a server. All right, now comes the trick. Now I install a knight, and Daniel already knows what's happening. I put the ice on the ice wall here, and then I run, getting a credit before that, and then I run, and this is going to be, and he checks the ice, but it's looking grim for him right now. And it is indeed, I score the agenda. He had a counter-strike now, but I was able to get in with a knight, and of course the David allowed me to get past the wormhole.
No one ever expects the knight.
It's a good ice on here. It's not really good against Blue Sun, but in this case, it's all I needed to get to the government takeover.
Yeah.
So there we go. Finally we saw government takeover in the game.
This is a good matchup.
It is. That was fun. What do we learn from this, Nick?
Don't play Blue Sun?
I don't know, man. Is that what you draw from this?
No, what I've learned is that you should be aggressive as an Anarch player, run often, run recklessly, and just, be the punk you are.
Also use the knights, because the knights are nice.
Yes, knights are great. Unexpected, I think, most times. But they can just skip around all over the place like crazy people, so why not run?
Anyways, thank you for playing, Daniel. It was really nice playing against Daniel. He was a very, very nice opponent to play against. So this was the first round of this tournament, and I hope you will join us at the next round where things are going to be really extreme. I hope you will join us next time. And you know what we're going to do right now, Nick?
We're gonna hack the planet.
Hack the planet!
Oh, yeah!
Shit on me.
This episode of Netrunner TeamworkCast was created with a generous support from our listeners. If you enjoy the show and you can't get enough Netrunner videos, please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/hacktheplanet.